path to UWSP was somewhat roundabout. I initially started college in Ohio. I started playing sports as a football player and decided after a short time that was not going to be my academic path that I wanted to follow. So after 2 years of studying geology, I became more interested in looking at the field of natural resources. And when I looked at the colleges in the Midwest that were offering a program in natural resources, UWSP was at the top of the list. I became interested in working in soils when I was at Stevens Point as an undergraduate, but it wasn't until later, after I had gone into the Peace Corps and worked in agronomy, and then later with the USDA Soil Conservation Service and the Forest Service, that I decided I wanted to pursue a graduate degree program in soil science, and that's when I went out to Colorado and started working on my master's degree, and after I finished that at Colorado State, I went on to a Ph.D. at UC Davis in California. I started my own business after I got out of graduate school because I saw the need for in the industry that there were practical problems that were needed to be addressed with someone that had my background, and so I started doing some consulting work, and that one thing led to another, and before a few years I was pretty much full-time consulting, and that's how I started into the industry. I've had the opportunity to develop several ideas into patents that I now hold, which could be important for improving agricultural efficiencies with regard to water use and carbon emissions, and also soil health. So I'm hopefully looking forward to the day when we can commercialize those patents and put those into practice.
In 2005, our friends and alums of Point, Sherry and Craig Smith, invited us to go with them to Napa Valley. And we'd had some contact with Paul Skinner, so we set up a visit with Paul. And Craig and Sherry were especially amazed at the type of equipment he was using. They thought, oh, this is going to be dull because it's soil science, you know. But they were surprised at the type of equipment that he was using and the kind of results he was getting by doing this. And very down-to-earth person, and really fun to visit. Paul also, besides helping grape growers and vineyards, he produces his own wine under his own Sequum label, and Sequum has to do with the soil profile or the soil sequence, and he makes excellent wine.
We're very proud of Paul Skinner. He embodies the Wisconsin idea as far as we're concerned. His roots run deep in CNR. He was taught by the great ones like Bob Engelhard and Milo Harpstead, and he took what he learned and an entrepreneurial spirit, and he went out and he made the world a better place, and he didn't forget about his roots along the way.
For me to get an award from one of the universities that I've attended, especially UWSP, and the CNR, which really gave me my footing in my career, is especially a big honor for me and my family. My wife and I are both from the same small town. We have big families, and all of them have been very supportive of us being in California over the years. And that's been important to us, and as well as our children. So I'd like to also mention our 3 children. Jessica's 24, Dominic's 16, and Christina 9, that they've all been very patient and understanding when I've had to get on a plane and fly across the country or across the ocean, that they've always been there waiting for me when I return.